Hey guys, so today is the first day of Venice and it is around, I don't even know what time it is, but I just couldn't sleep. I think I only had 5 hours of sleep. I wanted to wake up around 6, but it's only 5:47. So obviously I'm too excited. So I kind of want to start the day and kind of show you guys what Venice looks like really early in the morning, especially at the Rialto Market. The fish market should be bustling already around this time. And I am here in my Airbnb. It's not much. It's a really cute little 1-bedroom esque B&B. It's nothing too special, but I really like the fact that it is kind of away from everything, but also part of the center. You know, it's not too crowded, but it's not too in the center where it's overly crowded. I hope you guys get my drift. But we do have a game plan for today. So day number 1 in Venice is to check out the main tourist attractions. So I have 3 on the list. So number 1, of course, is the Rialto Bridge. Number 2 is to take a cruise along the Grand Canal. And since I am a cheapo and I am on a budget, I'm gonna try to keep everything under 400 euro, like starting now, because of course there are other expenses, but right now from all of the attractions and food, etc., except for the train tickets, I'm going to try to keep everything under 400 euro. That is the goal. So we are going to be taking the Vaporado. I have already purchased a 48-hour ticket, which costs only 30 euro, and that should give me 48 hours from last night at 7:30 when I actually activated it. So I have until tomorrow at 7:30 p.m. to use this, which is great since I am planning on island hopping tomorrow, which I'll get into, of course, tomorrow. So right now, number 1 is Rialto Bridge / Market. Number 2 is to cruise along the Grand Canal on a Vaporado and see all of the beautiful palazzos. And number 3 is to end the day at St. Mark's Square. So let's get this day started. So this is what Venice looks like at 6 in the morning, completely isolated. So let's just explore and be as quiet as we can because there's not much noise out right now. But you also have to be really careful because as I was talking, I just came upon this. This would not have been good if I fell into this water right now. So let's just go back. So I came here in February, which is why it is still so dark at 6 in the morning. The alleyways and the streets were essentially empty, and being out here alone for the first time was a bit nerve-wracking, especially since I only wandered off about 200 feet and I couldn't find my Airbnb anymore. Looking back at the footage now and actually knowing the place a little bit better, I realized my Airbnb was just right around the corner. So when they say Venice is a maze, they weren't exaggerating. I finally made it to the Rialto Bridge. It really was just a 5-minute walk from my Airbnb, but it took me a good half hour because, you guessed it, I got lost. But seeing the bridge within my reach felt so good. It really is a stunning bridge, and being one of the only people there, I was able to catch the views without the crowd. All you see early in the morning are the locals getting ready for the day, setting up shop, cleaning the streets before it gets trashed again, and bringing in new shipments. It was also cool to see that the Vaporados were full of locals on their way to the train station to leave for work. So if you really want to see how the locals are, then early morning in Venice is the way to do it. Not too far from the Rialto Bridge, you will find the Rialto Market, where you can buy some fresh fruits and vegetables as well as fresh seafood. Now, the sad fact is that most merchants are finding it harder each year to keep up shop. With less local customers and higher tax prices, it's really hard to make a stable living selling produce at this location. And let's be honest, the majority of us tourists only come here to take a look and take pictures, but we never really buy anything. And I myself am guilty of this. The next time I visit, I will make sure to buy at least an orange or two. You can never go wrong with getting some vitamin C when traveling, as well as supporting local businesses. So that was Rialto Bridge and the market. Early in the morning, as you can see, not a lot of people have set up shop yet, but it's really nice to be there when it's not crowded. And some people are really friendly, and they're not shy to say hello. So buongiorno, I hope I pronounced that right. And yeah, I've got lost so many times, you guys. And I have to say, early in the morning it's frustrating because I tried finding my way back to my Airbnb just to, kind of figure out if I can find it or not, and I couldn't. So yeah, I got scared for a minute, but now that it's a little later on in the day, and as you can see, the sun has come up, so I'm a little bit less stressed about wandering around. But yeah, when they say you'll get lost in Venice, you'll definitely get lost, even though I kind of researched a lot and kind of planned out where I wanted to go, and I thought I was going to be good, but nope, I still got lost. So the next thing we're going to do is to try to find our way back to the train station so that we can catch the number 2 Vaporado and cruise along the Grand Canal. So let's get going. I also want to mention, look how narrow some of these streets are. One of my goals in Venice is to find the narrowest street there is, because apparently it's supposed to be, I don't know, if you think this is narrow, it's probably half the size. So that's one of my goals here in Venice, is to find that street. So this was the only day on the trip that I was out this early. It was really cool to see the city slowly come to life. So I just stumbled into this cute little park, and there's no one here. People are rushing past it. So yeah, it's a really nice, cute little area where I guess you can just chillax it for a bit. But it's really cold, you guys. I'm freezing out here. So this little park is called the Ghirardini Papadopoli. It sits right across from the St. Lucia station, as well as other major transportation points of getting off the island. This is also where I boarded the number 2 Vaporado to go on my little ride down the Grand Canal. So right across there is the park that I was earlier. Over there is where the bus and cars park, and if you go all the way over there, all the way around that area is the train station, and that's where we're headed. Riding the Vaporado is quite a fun experience. Yes, it can get very crowded, but I never had an issue getting a nice view of the beautiful palazzos along the Grand Canal. I rode the Vaporado all the way down to St. Mark's Square. It was a beautiful ride, you guys. Palazzos are just beautiful during the daytime, but at night is a whole different story. The palazzos have more of an airy vibe where you can feel how ancient this city is, but during the day, it is just beautiful and cherry. When I got off at the St. Mark's stop, I was a bit disappointed that the Royal Gardens were under construction, but upon walking into St. Mark's Square, well, see for yourself. After wandering around for an hour or so, I hopped back on the Vaporato and took a little break back in my Airbnb. Why, hello. So I had to take a 2-hour nap because I have never walked so much for the longest time, and my legs are aching, my feet are aching, going up and down steps all day long. It really takes a toll on you, but I am heading out again because I really want to get some night footage of the Rialto Bridge as well as the St. Mark's Square, as well as take another ride on the Vaporato since I did pay for it, and I should really just use it as much as I can before it expires. So that is the goal. And then once I'm done, I think I will try another pasta dish. The other dish that I tried, it wasn't worth mentioning, you guys, because I felt like it was microwaved spaghetti. There was definitely some overcooked. You know when you overcook spaghetti and it just becomes really hard? There were some of those pieces in my spaghetti, so I'm pretty sure it was microwaved. I mean, it was still good, but it wasn't amazing, is what I'm trying to say. But it was only €8 and it kept me nice and fed, so I can't really, complain too much about that. But let's get going. It seems like the sun is finally going down, so yeah, let's get some pretty footage of all of the lights when it comes on. Basi, I don't know how to pronounce this, you guys, but this pasta shop was just around the corner of my Airbnb, and it is a wonderful place. It is more of a order to go type of pasta place, but the owner there is extremely nice. There are several types of pastas to choose from, as well as several types of sauces, and everything is between €6 to €8, so it's a very affordable. I decided to pick up a pesto gnocchi for dinner tonight, and let me tell you, it is 100 times better than the microwaved pasta I had earlier. I don't understand why that restaurant decided to microwave spaghetti, but they did, and I don't really appreciate it. Now that our bellies are full, we are off to see what nightlife is like in Venice. Venice at night is just absolutely gorgeous. With all of the lights on, the Rialto Bridge and the St. Mark's Square is just phenomenally beautiful. Although some of the less well-known streets are a bit scary and dark, Venice is actually quite a safe place, so you don't have anything to worry about, but if you want to be on the safe side, just travel on the more well-known streets and you'll be fine because they are all well lit and full of people. Nighttime is also the best time to window shop. Alright guys, I'm just making my way back to my Airbnb. I hope you enjoyed the first day here in Venice, and I will see you in day 2. Happy wandering!